Broadcasting to you from the heart of northern Minnesota, this is the best music-oriented podcast and web series on all of YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Roger Radio, and this is The Roger Radio Show. Now, before we get started with today's podcast and topic that we are going to discuss, along with my co-host Aegis on Levity, who I will be dragging in here in a little bit, there is something that I want to talk about. And this is relating to my hometown of Hill City, Minnesota. Good old H-Town. After 75 years, 75 long years of wondering what had happened to him, Rosalind Gressens, a sergeant for the U.S. Army in Korea, has finally come home. He had been missing in action since August 11th of 1950, is what they had him on. And after wondering what had happened to him, his remains have finally been identified, and he is finally coming home. Now, obviously, I did not know who Sergeant Gressens was, because I was, after all, born in 1994. But I got a chance to get to know who he was because of the Veterans Memorial in Hill City, and because of this one booklet that I would read through every time I was getting food at the Hill Lake Cafe. Big shout out to the Hill Lake Cafe, by the way. And he was among all the veterans who had served his country proud, representing Hill City. I have his obituary right here, and I will include it in the description below. Rosalind Edward Gressens was born in South Dakota to Edward Gressens and Hattie Jasmine Gressens. He had one brother, Leonard, and three sisters, Arlene, Velva, and Lila. Rossi, as he was known, attended school in Hill City, Minnesota, and enlisted in the United States Army on January 3rd, 1949. After his military training as a combat construction specialist, he was sent to occupied Japan as part of the post-World War II occupation forces. When the Korean conflict broke out, Rosalind's unit was reassigned to Korea. As a corporal in Company B, 3rd Engineer Combat Battalion, on August 11th of 1950, Rosalind was a member of a 14-man patrol on the west side of the Naktong River. The mission was to penetrate the enemy line and observe location, movement, and strength of the enemy. There was enemy contact, and the patrol attempted to withdraw after taking heavy casualties. Corporal Gressens advanced toward the enemy and accounted for at least 15 enemy casualties. He was last seen firing at the enemy as the patrol retreated. The Army issued a presumptive finding of death on December 31st, 1950, after an attempt to locate and recover any remains from the area. Corporal Gressens was posthumously awarded the Silver Star for his actions and was also promoted to sergeant. In addition to the Silver Star, Sergeant Gressens was awarded the Purple Heart Combat Infantryman's Badge, Korean Service Medal, National Defense Service Medal, Republic of Korea Presidential Citation, Republic of Korea War Service Medal, United Nations Service Medal, the Army Presidential Unit Citation, and the Army Good Conduct Medal. Sergeant Gressens is remembered at the Courts of the Missing Honolulu Memorial and at the Korean War Memorial in Washington, D.C. He also has a cenotaph. I hope I pronounced it correctly. If I didn't, I apologize. A monument to someone buried elsewhere at Fort Snelling National Cemetery. Sergeant Gressens' remains were identified on February 28th of 2025. Obviously, it does mention his family's relatives' names, and out of respect for their privacy, I'm not going to say who they are. But I will say this. He is survived by several nieces, several nephews, along with several grandnieces and grandnephews. Services with military honors will be held on September 22nd, 2025 at 1 p.m. at McVille Cemetery in Hill City. Please carpool to the McVille Cemetery if possible. A reception will be held at the Main Street Pavilion in Hill City following the service. Sergeant Gresson's mother, Hattie, always believed that he would come home, and now he has. This is why Gresson's earned my respect. When his unit needed to retreat, it almost makes it seem like that he decided to pursue the enemy rather than retreat. Or, so that he could help his company retreat, he decided to go after the enemy and buy his company time to retreat. And I just want to say, like, to the family of Rosalind Gressons, I do hope deep down that this brings you a sense of closure. After 75 years, he is finally home. And until she passed away, his mother never gave up, hoping he would come home. Mrs. Gressons, your son has finally returned home. And I want to send my thoughts and my prayers to the family of the Gressons. And may he rest in peace. And now I want to take this quick moment for silence to remember him. Amen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now that that's done, I'm going to quickly drag my co-host in. This is the first time I'm inviting somebody while I'm recording, so this is going to be something new. I hope this thing doesn't fucking crash on me. There he is. You're... Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Aegis Don Levity in the house. For some
What
reason, I
up?
thought your microphone was muted because it had the mute icon on right by your name.
Huh, that's weird.
Yeah, but I can hear you and see you clearly. How's Bernie doing, by the way?
Bernie's doing good. Bernie's doing good.
Did he have to suffer through the same thing that I had to have you do yesterday?
No, he didn't have to suffer through that. He was cozy in his corner.
Alrighty.
Mhm.
Well, and we will pretty much explain why you had to suffer. But before we get into that, today's question of the podcast is, what are your fondest memories about MTV?
Watching Beavis and Butthead.
I would say the same thing, mainly because like you remember like what like you've seen like the my some of my DVDs that they all I have like this one copy of the whole original series that also included like the VHS recordings of the all the music segments where they would do reviews of the music videos, and it fucking sucks that today's stuff does not have that for like whatever you find for Beavis and Butthead. Yeah, the new seasons that they have on Paramount Plus, they do that, but they're mostly just either fucking trendy ass shit on YouTube or really bad fucking music. It ain't that hardcore shit that we want to hear, god damn it.
Roger, you're not going to believe this.
What?
I'm drinking a Coors Banquet.
What the fuck? Oh, dude, where's your voodoos today? Did they not have your Voodoo Rangers? What the hell's going on here?
I'll tell you why later, but these are good beers too. They're half the price of the Voodoo Rangers. I'm trying to save up money.
Oh,
I'm trying to save up $5,000 in a year. So that's one of the things I'm doing to help save up money is cutting down my beer money and buying mostly these Coors Banquets. Voodoos are still my favorite, but these are good too, and they're half the price.
oh, so you're gonna pretty much quit doing voodoos then, right?
Oh, I'll still get them occasionally, but mostly I'm going to be drinking these.
Yeah, well, if that's the case, dude, then I'm not gonna be able to drink with you on multiple occasions because I cannot drink normal beers anymore, dude. All the IPAs that I've
Um,
been drinking, dude, I fucking cannot. I can't. Like, it tastes like water to me because of all the
Honestly,
IPAs.
I was not expect. I was at my sister's to go to Valley Fair, and I met some of her friends down in Minneapolis.
Yeah,
They were drinking these, and they were like, "You want one?" And I was like, "I don't know. I'm probably not going to like it. I like, excuse me, I like my IPAs." They're
you
like,
don't
"Try it."
like.
Yeah. And I tried it, and I was very surprised. I actually really like it.
Yeah,
I still prefer my Voodoos, of course, but these are good too, and they're half the price, so that'll help me save money.
yeah.
I'll tell you why I'm
Me,
saving money
me.
later.
Yeah. I was gonna say me, dude. There's no way I'm gonna be able to save money, dude. I pretty much, dude. I'm a frivolous
Hmm.
spender, dude. I mean, dude. I pretty much am now getting to the point that I might actually start buying one vinyl record per paycheck now because I want to keep
Yeah.
adding to my beautiful library that I have up there. Might even consider investing in like one of those, them cabinets they have for vinyl records.
Hmm.
Might consider buying one of them. All right, so to continue on with the question of the podcast, me obviously fucking Beavis and Butthead mostly, and then all the really kick-ass music videos you can find. But god damn it, I'm fucking telling you, it's not fucking MTV anymore, dude. It's fucking reality TV now. And ladies and gentlemen, that is today's topic. And that is we are going to review and react to the 2025 MTV Video Music Awards, or VMAs for short. These obviously happened this past Sunday, and Aegis and I watched it on Paramount Plus. And you know what? I'm gonna let you start off right now because I know you got a whole lot you want to say off your chest.
That was me watching it. It's the shit. It's not showing up good. It's that scene from Clockwork Orange where he's sitting back, being forced to watch the fucking videos with his eyes like that was me watching the fucking VMAs. I hated it. I would say I hated every second of it, but there was one performance that I actually was kind of impressed by that I did like.
You know what? That's the one thing with me is that there's at least two to three of them I really did like. So, but all right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna right now get into this. I gotta readjust my shit quick, man. God damn. Hope my webcam ain't glitching. I had some lagging issues with my vlog that I uploaded a while back. But yeah, the ceremony itself was hosted by none other than the legendary LL Cool J. The pre-show was aired on MTV and select sister cable networks with hosts Nessa and Kavan Kenny, I think is how you pronounce it. I'm probably fucking it up. I apologize, people. I apologize. All right, but there was a whole lot of notable musicians who I've seen, like a lot of big names who were presenting the awards. Like we had Lenny Kravitz. I'm a huge fan of him. We had Jessica Simpson and her lip syncing sister Ashley. We had Paris Hilton, Luke Grimes, John Jones. John Jones is a former UFC fighter, but he was there. He was there. I like John Jones. Ariana Grande, who we will get into soon. She did an introduction for one of the musicians and presented one of the awards. And then we got the Jack Osborne, the son of the late Ozzy Osbourne, who introduced the tribute that we will get into soon. But it was I'm a kind of mixed on it. Like there were some things that I did like, and then there were some things that I didn't like. You know,
Yeah.
the one thing that I did not understand is that So we have a list of all these categories here, but they did not show all of them when we were watching the show.
Yeah, that's the thing that confused me because I was looking for a list of all the categories while I was watching. It was like they didn't talk about most of the shit on the fucking show.
Yeah, I mean, like, was it like they were broadcasting it live too? By the way, this was all not pre-recorded shit. This was all live, with the exception of two performances or three. I meant to say that we will get into soon, but like, why? Like that is so fucking stupid. Like, why would you cut out some of these categories? Okay, so right before we get into all the categories here, we are going to discuss the performances. That was the one thing that I wanted us to pay more attention to. The categories we could do easily because it's on fucking Wikipedia. I will include a link to the Wikipedia and some other links in the description below. And yeah, let's get into it. LL Cool J, I do want to say this, when he did his opening monologue at the beginning of the
I'll be
show.
right back. Sorry, I got to go do something quick.
All right. When he began his opening monologue, he ended up saying one good quote that is still resonating in my head, and that is, "We are here for one reason, music." That's why I'm here. That's why Aegis is here. That's why I do my radio shows, music. And so, everybody, obviously, the one recurring theme that you would hear in some of the acceptance speeches is, I want to dedicate this to this. I want to dedicate this to that. I want to thank everybody, you know? And, you know, it's a traditional thing. Kind of annoying at times, but it's a traditional thing. I mean, these are the people that help these performers get to where they are, help them give them that push that's needed. The one, so this is probably one of the coolest things that I saw right here, dude. Did you ever hear about the Max Headroom incident?
Yes, I did.
The first performance that was done by Doja Cat along with the one and only saxophonist Kenny G. Yeah, she right as LL Cool J was finishing his opening monologue, he gets interrupted by Doja Cat herself, and she was doing a parody of the Max Headroom incident, and I was like, you know what? I would love to actually do my own parody of that, you know? Like call it the Roger Headroom incident or the Aegis Headroom incident.
No, just call it the Roger Radio incident. Like we do it like it would be a sketch, like you're doing your show, you know?
Yeah.
And and then I fucking pop on with whatever the fuck going on, you know?
Yeah, exactly. That'd be funny as hell, bro. That would be.
Except unlike in the Max Headroom incident, I'm not going to be showing my ass. Unless you pay me. If you pay me good, I will.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. I don't think I even want to know how much hair's on your ass crack anyway. So
No, I shaved my ass, so it's bare. Just
fair
kidding.
enough. Fair enough. Alrighty. So I will say this: like, I did not expect Kenny G to make a public appearance. Like, when is the last time he ever did a public appearance?
I'm the wrong person to ask.
Yeah. Now, Kenny G, I played a few of his stuff at times. Honestly, if it was me, dude, I'd be playing Kenny G's music while I'm having sex.
Yeah.
You know, he's a good saxophonist. You know, the only reason that I knew who he was because of that one fucking episode of South Park. I don't know what the hell you're doing right now. You just like beep beep beep. But okay, so aside from that Max Headroom parody that she did, it felt Michael Jackson-esque because of all the dancing that was going
Yeah.
on. The performers, you know, they were in such synchronicity, you know, like on the when you watch the music video for Michael Jackson's Thriller. That's what it kind of reminded me of.
Okay.
I wasn't I wasn't too fully impressed, but it still looked kind of
I wasn't either.
it still kind of
The
looked
choreography was
decent.
neat, but
Yeah. Okay, so there is this other in addition to like performing on the main stage right there, they also have another stage that's called the extended play stage, which is kind of like, funny. Like, let me put it to you, for example. It'd be the equivalent of the Deer Hunter playing one of their acts on the main stage, and then they play the North American EP on the extended play stage.
huh.
I don't know why, but the extended play stage, sponsored by Doritos, the MLG chip itself. But the first performer was Lola Young. I don't know, dude. I think I might definitely listen to more of her, dude. I thought she did a good
Yeah.
set. It wasn't that fully impressive, but she has a great voice. I actually like her voice.
There was one of the female performers. I can't remember her name or which one she was. But there was one female performance that, like, usually with pop music, like they at least have a good voice, but their music is just boring, it's trite.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll
But
remember it
one
if I
of
bring them up. So,
yeah, if you played the music for me, I'd remember. But one of their performers, like the music was bad, and I did not like their voice. I cannot remember which performer it was, but one of the performers, I hated her voice.
yeah, I know what you mean, man. But I'm sure you'll remember it if I somehow say the magic name or whatever. But alrighty.
Yeah,
So the next one we obviously got is Ricky Martin, the Ricky Martin himself. His stuff I thought was pretty entertaining. He obviously had to start with his what I think might be his greatest song, "Livin' La Vida Loca," one of the most annoying songs but catchiest songs at the same time. Some reason, like, you ever watch the have you ever seen the memes of the penguins of Madagascar dancing or whatever that people were
yeah.
making memes out of? I don't know if anyone did this, but I want somebody to make a fucking meme of that. Some reason that looks like something that could have been
Hmm.
on fucking the Penguins of Madagascar movie, you know? And of course, we had Jessica Simpson, who presented him his award, which we will get to momentarily in a little bit. But she honored him when she was giving him his award that he won, and she opened up about when she was starting out in 1999, and she opened for him during his La Vida Loca tour. So you could understand a bit of a connection right there, which I thought was pretty cool. What did you think about his set?
Was that the a Latin musician?
Yeah, the first land musician.
I thought it was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah,
It's not like my taste. I'm never gonna go back and listen to it or watch it again, but I know it wasn't bad. It wasn't that bad.
yeah. Oh God. So the next one here, we obviously got Tate McRae is next. And I don't know if this is just me or not. What some reason that she so her set was like she looks like a obviously just like in a bikini or whatever, right? And then there's like all these guys that look like clay statues of Greek gods that come to life or whatnot.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
There
I
was like a
remember that
Greek
one.
god reference that went on at the beginning of the set. And I don't know why I said this when I wrote it down, but I was like, either she's banging one of them or is having a mandingo party with all of them.
Not not gonna lie, most of the performances on this were very forgettable. There are two that I
You
remember
were
that I
just so fucking determined to just bleach your brain out, dude. Like, It's almost like when you were showing me that picture, dude, it was just like the equivalent of I'm listening to this and every time I hear prog rock, I get into so much pain or whatever kind of thing. Just like with
Yeah.
our boy from Clockwork Orange, because of that video he watched, he cannot get violent or he starts having severe migraines.
Yeah, yeah, no, there are two performances that I remember that I liked, which we'll get to when they come,
Yeah.
but it was just those two. Those two I remember. The other ones, I don't know, they just weren't very memorable.
Yeah, I get what you mean, man. I totally get what you mean, sir. Yes, sir. The next one here, we got the legendary Busta Rhymes along with Splifstar, Joyner Lucas, Papoose, and Glorilla. I loved their performance, but I could not for the life of me even fucking understand what they were saying.
See, that I'm not a rap guy. I'm not a rap guy at all. But goddamn, I loved Busta Rhymes' performance. Loved it.
Yeah,
That was probably
dude,
my favorite part of the show was Busta Rhymes' performance. I found it
right?
very impressive, and I gotta say, he did a great fucking job.
Yeah, dude. And the award that he ended up winning, dude, which we will get into, he deserved it definitely, man. Like, here's the one thing, like, he was around when the East Coast versus West Coast hip hop war was going on, dude, and he was associated with the likes of Biggie Smalls and P Diddy and all of them, dude. And I don't know. I don't know how fully involved he was because like you always get like all these hip hop artists that are like involved in some way. Like Snoop Dogg, for example, he was shot at while he was trying to record in New York City and all that, and then all of that. But Busta Rhymes, dude, I do love me some Busta.
Yeah, that was some of the best rapping I've heard in my life.
No, dude, he's gotta be like around the same age as Eminem, and he's still kicking ass. I don't
Oh
know
yeah.
how often he, like I know he's doing live performances, but I don't know how often he records some music or anything like that. I haven't looked at that in a while. I know he appeared on one of Ice Cube's songs on his last album last year. So,
No, honestly, the highlight of all the performances was Busta Rhymes.
well,
Not
without a doubt,
dead
dude, I
serious.
loved it that I loved how they matched their uniforms too, man, and it almost makes it seem like that I did not write anything down for like the how the whole set looked, but it almost kind of looked like an underground kind of thing. Probably from all of their days doing underground hip hop battles.
Yeah, there's one other performance that I liked, but that's it.
All
And we'll
right.
talk about it when we get there. I do
Yeah.
remember her name though.
Before we continue on, dude, I'm gonna get me another cup of coffee. So just go ahead and say whatever bullshit comes to your mind.
Uh, so how's I don't know what the fuck to talk about, but let me tell you, I'm not a big rap guy, but rap is music. Ben Shapiro, he hates rap and he claims it is not music because he has this music theory fucking father or some shit. And he's like, oh, it's not technical music. Fuck you, it is music. I just don't like it. I've heard some good rap music, but yeah. Fuck Ben Shapiro and fuck, yeah. You know what I mean.
All right, I'm back.
All right.
What did you say?
I was talking about rap music. I was talking about Ben Shapiro claim he hates rap and claims that rap isn't real music.
Oh
And I was
yeah,
just saying I don't like rap, but it's definitely music.
right? No kidding.
But I also did add that I do like some rap music because I did love Busta Rhymes' performance there.
Oh
That
yeah,
was fucking great.
yeah, really good stuff indeed. Alrighty, so next up we got Sabrina Carpenter, who also did the next performance. Now, I loved the setup that they did. Like how it looked like the whole midnight life in the inner city thing. Like I'm trying to think. How could I pronounce this? You know, like how you're in the inner city and like alleyways in particular, where like teenagers, adults, or whatever would just hang out at and just this looks cool. And during the
Yeah, I know what you
dance
mean.
break, they once again did it in synchronicity or whatever. But during the dance break, no, she fucking gets showered on. I wasn't too impressed with her music though.
I wasn't either.
But beautiful face though.
Yeah, I
No,
agree.
I'm looking at a picture of her right now, and her she almost it almost seems like she has a little bit of Madonna in her. You know. Alrighty, so the next the next performance we're going to talk about is probably one of my favorite ones: Post Malone and Jelly Roll.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That wasn't too bad either.
Yeah, they could have did a little bit more, but then of course they were. This was while they were doing their live performance for for I think Post Malone's world tour right now. This was at Heinz von Heiden Arena in Germany. And I love that performance. That was a very good collab right there, in my opinion. Like, you got two guys who are just so tatted up, man, and they just feel like
Mm-hmm.
country guys more than, like, them hip hop guys, you know?
Mm-hmm.
My nephew Trey is such a diehard Post Malone fan, and he's recently started getting more into Jelly Roll too.
Post Malone seems like a really cool guy.
Dude, he really
Once
is. From what I've heard, dude, he is a really, really nice guy.
once I get rich and famous, I would love to meet up with him, have a few beers, and play some Magic with him.
Right?
That sounds like a good idea. Also, I would. There aren't a lot of musicians out there that I'd be interested in collabing with, in the pop music scene anyway.
Oh, yeah.
But honestly, I'd collab with Post Malone. He looks like a cool fucking guy.
I'm sure Post Malone he sounds like he has a voice that would be good for prog rock too, man. Because like, remember,
That would
dude,
be
he
awesome.
was in the he was doing like that pop hip hop like stuff, and then he transitioned to
Hmm.
country. So that shows that you can literally do anything.
Yeah, he has a very versatile. He's a versatile person, and so am I. I
Yeah,
recently wrote a fucking hip hop song, and I'm gonna record it sometime soon. And it's called Vodka with Apple Juice, and everyone I've showed it to thinks it's really good.
yeah. You even showed it to me, and that was pretty not awesome. So, um, I think probably Jelly Roll and Post Malone. I think is probably my most favorite Post Malone collab since Post Malone and The Weeknd. And I'm a huge
Yeah,
fan of The Weeknd. Don't get me wrong, man. Like, what gets me with The Weeknd mostly, and I'm just gonna quickly say this before we move on, is that there is one genre that he does play a tiny bit of that I really like, and that's synthwave.
yeah, you like your synthwave.
Yeah, but the genre would be considered as synth pop, you know, which still sounds pretty cool, you know. Okay, so the next up we got is Bailey Zimmerman and the Kid Leroy, who are on the extended play stage. And the song Lost, for whatever reason, dude, it almost sounds like a song that would definitely be on a soundtrack for a Sonic the Hedgehog game. I don't know why, it just does. So they were, for some reason, they were. It almost seemed like they were dressed up like they were the Pet Shop Boys. Like yeah, they like the Pet Shop Boys are like a two-man group that's from the 80s, and they
Yeah,
obviously wore the same thing in every performance that they did. So this is what they remind me of is Bailey Zimmerman and the Kid Leroy. They keep reminding me of that. Where's my aspirin? Oh, there it is. Need a bit of this here. I'm getting a migraine right now. And if you guys are wondering, this is acid.
Hmm.
Ah, that should feel better. All right, so shall we get into Mariah Carey for the next set?
Hell yeah.
Is it my imagination, or did like the whole setup for that almost seem like a like them theatrical operas that they have, with the giant curtains and whatnot? Like they don't look like the curtains that you see for theater stages, but doesn't it kind of look like that?
Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah. Now, they obviously did have a projection of like all of her old music videos from like her earlier days, like late 90s, early 2000s and whatnot. There was a guy who looked like he would have literally been one of the probably either the main character or one of the side characters from the movie The Phantom of the Opera.
Hmm.
I don't know why, dude. Like or I can't remember what movie it would be, but he had like one of those half masks.
That makes all I can think of is Phantom of the Opera. And when I was a kid, I loved Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah, that movie just turned 100 years old today too.
Not the movie, unless there's an older version of the movie that I didn't watch.
The
I might be thinking of
1925
just the.
version, the 1925 version, which is the first original version, that is 100 years old.
Oh yeah, I watched the 2004 version when I was a kid, and I really liked that.
Yeah,
Honestly, I didn't even know there was a 1925 version.
yeah, dude. It starred none other than Lon Chaney, the man of a thousand faces.
Phantom of the Opera I watched had Gerard Butler in it. He's a good actor.
Oh
Ooh,
yeah,
and it had Patrick Wilson in it. Patrick Wilson's cool. He's in the Conjuring movies, which I really like.
yeah,
Just went and saw the new Conjuring movie recently in the theater, and it wasn't as good as the first two, but it was better than the third one, that's for sure.
yeah. I mean, obviously, you're into your scary stuff, and I'm not. So,
Uh-huh.
oh,
You
I get
yeah,
scared
you
too easily, and I hate it. All right, so like I was saying, there was a guy who she was dancing with who was looked like he was dressed from the Phantom of the Opera, and no, obviously, yeah, this was her first ever VMA that she won too. It was her first one, and
Nice.
like I said, and that's another thing that we will get into when we get to it. So next up, oh, this is probably, I think this one might be my most favorite one right here, dude.
Was
Lady
it Lady
Gaga.
Gaga?
Lady
That
fucking
was the other
Gaga,
one.
dude.
That was the other one I really liked.
Shit, this
Out,
was a
out of all
pre.
like the Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, dude.
Out of all of the female pop musicians out there, I don't really like most of them. I do respect Lady Gaga as an artist though. Her
Yeah,
music's not really my style, but I do respect her as an artist, you know. She has
yeah.
a cool style to her, and I loved her performance. It was so bizarre and interesting, and I loved it.
Right,
Is it was so
it,
unique, and that's what I like in music is one of the
dude.
big things I like and strive for in my music is
Yeah,
uniqueness, something
yeah.
different, something that pops out.
Yeah, I got like so many things that I want to say about this performance here. Okay, so she had won her VMA earlier on that day. Right afterwards, she had to immediately hurry to Madison Square Garden to do her live show to continue her tour. This was pre-taped from her performance at Madison Square Garden in New York City. She was dressed like like the Victorian era styles that they had back then.
Hmm.
She almost looked like she could have been a final boss in the video game Bloodborne. which was took place during the Victorian era. It looked she was dressed like or the whole thing was dressed like if the movies Rose Red and Phantom of the Opera had a love child and they named it that exact situation. And just the whole time during her performance while she is staring literally right at you like this.
Yeah, out of all the performances, visually, that was the best one.
Oh my
When it
god, dude.
comes to the
It's
music, when it comes to the music itself, though, Busta Rhymes knocks it out of the park.
Oh yeah, without doubt. That was the first song that she did. How when she was dressed like how she was. The second one, she immediately changed into what she looked like a I think the equivalent of Annabelle the Cursed Doll. That's how I saw it, dude. But dude, that shit was insane, dude. How much money do you think it cost to like put all of that together?
Oh, at least $5.
What's that?
At least $5.
Or more than at least 200 grand.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know
Oh yeah, I
cuz
wouldn't be
all
surprised.
I don't know, dude. I'm just saying because if you're going to have that much special equipment or wardrobe stuff and like all those effects, dude, you have to make sure you spend a lot of fucking money for that. All right, so next up we got Alex Warren, and I'm sorry, dude. I did not like his set.
Wasn't impressed with it either.
He had a marching band. Okay, big fucking whoop. But some reason his singing kept reminding me of probably one of the most fucking annoying video game main menu music I've ever heard in my life, and that is the fucking Halo music. I used to like the Halo music, but by god damn it, dude, all the fucking memes fucking ruined it for me. And this ended up conjuring that fucking bullshit again. And of course, his second song, it was a very religious like set. And of course, I saw snippets from his music video, and it's supposed to be like that Christ like, God, like fear of God stuff or religious significance stuff. Alrighty, so next up, we got the tribute to Ozzy Osbourne set that was done by Steven Tyler and Joe Perry, both of Aerosmith, along with Youngblood and Nuno Bencourt. And I thought it was a decent enough tribute, honestly. Like they could have did a little more, like maybe
Yeah,
add a couple more songs, but I thought it was okay. I thought they did pretty good with that,
it was okay, but it was nothing compared to the OG.
right? Yeah. But Young Blood is who sang "Crazy Train" and "Changes," and then a bit of "Mama, I'm Coming Home." He did good. Steven Tyler, I thought, did pretty good too. But of course, like Steven Tyler, I wish could have sang a little more, but I could understand why he really couldn't because remember, he was recovering from there was an issue with his vocal cords, which is why Aerosmith had to cancel their farewell tour or put it on pause because of the issues he was having with his vocal cords. So I could understand that. So Steven Tyler gets a little bit of a sympathy card from me for that. So next up, we got J Balvin, DJ Snake, Justin Quills, and Lenny Tavares. I will say this, dude, quickly. The setup that they did was amazing, but for the music, it's the fucking worst. The second song was was somewhat okay, but the first song was terrible. I was waiting for it. I was just praying to God and just please make this move on already.
You're
Like, I couldn't fucking do it anymore, dude. Like, please, for the love of God, skip already.
just praying a meteor would strike on that location.
A meteor or whatever, dude. Make them go extinct like the dinosaurs. And then I'll be blaring Dinosaur by Theory of a Dead Man in the background. But I will say this, dude. Despite the atrocity that happened there, I still love the visuals, but it did not compare, or no, it did not compare. The next set really serenaded what I needed after listening to that Crime Against Humanity. And I'm, of course, talking about Megan Maroney on the extended play stage. And, dude, I am definitely listening to her more. And, dude,
Yeah.
her guitar, if you saw it, dude, it looked so fucking amazing, bro. I don't think, how much do you think it would cost to get a custom made acoustic guitar like that?
Probably a pretty penny.
Yeah. And you know what, dude? What she was dressed in, dude, it almost reminded me of Patsy Cline and Dolly Parton. Yeah, she was dressed so perfectly, dude. Like, her set, even though it was only one song, dude, I loved that performance. So, next up, we got Somber, I think is how you pronounce it, who is a new upcoming musician in his own right. He had a very cool setup. You know those photo booths you would see at like the mall or like at a fair or whatever, and you
Yeah.
put like how much coins in and get a roll of pictures done. That was a cool setup. He started his first song right in there, and there was even a camera shot of him singing into the camera that he was looking at, dude. I thought that was cool. The second song was a really cool disco setting, and that whole entire set he performed in ends with like the photos printing out, dude. Let me tell you, man, I am definitely listening to Somber again, dude.
Okay.
I'm definitely doing that. And finally, we get to the last performer, and what the fuck did I watch? Was it a fucking Walt Disney movie that we were watching, or a fucking William Shakespeare play?
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
Done by
I thought that
Conan
was
Gray.
cheesy as shit. That was so fucking cheesy.
Dude. Done by Conan Gray, dude. I thought I couldn't tell if that Snow White character or Juliet character was supposed to be a dude, but it was obviously a Romeo and Juliet parody. He took a shot of that vodka cranberry, and it was supposed to be like that poison that Romeo takes to commit suicide. Like you said, dude, that was literally the cheesiest shit I ever saw, dude. If I would have been tripping on weed or whatever, dude, it would have been probably one of the greatest what the fuck moments that I had since seeing the side of my TV melt while you and I were watching Django Unchained. Oh, but I hit my camera a bit. Well, now that we finally got all the performers out of the way, I say right before we get to all the main categories, which will be a good bunch of, what do you say we take our first break right now?
Sounds good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this saga will continue after this break. Don't go anywhere. welcome to the show that's dedicated to helping you lose your virginity. I am here with Mr. Bernie Sanders, and of course, we got Mr. Aegis Zappa right here, the son of the
Hmm.
alleged son of Frank Zappa right here. So, we got about 30 different categories we need to discuss for all these awards. Are you ready to get into them, Mr. Don Levity?
Hell yeah.
Alrighty. Obviously, the first topic that we are going to cover is Video of the Year that was presented by Burger King.
Shout out to our boys at BK.
Yeah, yeah! Who makes the best chicken fingers on the planet and who helped to mold my childhood with 3 video games. You remember those games, right? For the Xbox?
I don't. I don't.
All right, I'll have to give you a little lesson right after we get done here, bud. Otherwise, you can look them up. You can find them easily. So the first category, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, is Video of the Year. And it was Ariana Grande who won for Brighter Days Ahead. The other nominees were Billie Eilish, or Billie Eyelash as I call her, for Birds of a Feather. Kendrick
I call
Lamar
her the
for
same thing.
what?
I always call her Billie Eyelash too.
Right. We got my boy Kendrick Lamar with Not Like Us, who is still on his streak for kicking Drake's ass and dragging him all over the floor. We got my girl Lady Gaga alongside with the most fucking annoying voice in music, Bruno Mars, with
Oh,
Die With a Smile. Rose and
don't get me
that
started, dude.
motherfucker again with APT. Sabrina Carpenter with Manchild, and then we got The Weeknd and Playboy Cardi with Timeless. What were you saying about Bruno?
I was just saying, don't get me started. I fucking hate his voice.
No, dude, I just wish somebody would nuke him. Uh, all right, so what is there to say about this? For me, honestly, dude, like when it comes to Video of the Year, I have not watched any of the videos in particular with these.
I haven't either.
So I'm kind of torn about this. The nominees that I am happy with is Birds of a Feather, Not Like Us, and Timeless. Because I don't care much about Billie Eilish's music, but I like her as a person. And I did listen to Birds of
Yeah,
a
me too.
Feather. I thought it was pretty cool. I thought it was a nice song. Not Like Us, obviously, dude, you get into this feud with another huge hip hop artist and you're already kicking his ass by getting all these awards. Drake, not once so far, has even gotten a single award or nomination. And all Kendrick's W's here pretty much shows, dude, that he has beaten Drake. Literally. The Weeknd, I'm a huge fan of, like I've said. The song Timeless, it's not one of those songs that I would have on my playlist in particular. There's other songs that I've listened to that was on his album Hurry Up Tomorrow. And no, but it's a good music that he plays, man. Really good music.
Recording? G Money just got home.
Hi, G Money.
Roger says hi.
Tell me say hello.
G Money says hello.
Ugh. All right, so
Grab yourself a beer, dude.
Well,
You sound like you need one.
yeah, my anxiety's going really bad right now.
yeah, I'm praying for you, man. Praying for you. All right, so
All right.
the next category is Artist of the Year. Lady fucking Gaga, dude.
Honestly, out of all the nominees, I think she deserved it.
Yeah. There is some other ones that I was very torn apart. The other nominees were Bad Bunny, Beyonce, Kendrick Lamar, Taylor Swift, Morgan Wallen, and The Weeknd. Like I said, dude, I am so torn because I love Lady Gaga, I love Kendrick Lamar, I love Morgan Wallen, and I love The Weeknd. But I will
I have
say
not
this,
listened to much of any of them, honestly.
yeah, I will say this though, dude. I can still die a happy man knowing that it wasn't Beyonce or Taylor fucking Swift that won that award.
Oh yeah. I I hope I really hope that Taylor Swift didn't win anything on this one.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, just because she got engaged recently doesn't mean shit. It's just like how much more fucking cringy ass stuff we have to keep reading about. She will have Travis Kelsey more corrupted than iDubbbz' own wife.
Hmm. iDubbbz has really gone down the shitter, dude.
Dude, did you not see the video that he uploaded on his channel recently, dude? It was fucking bad.
Yep, yep.
Like, dude, like,
Yeah, he's hanging out with a bad group of people these days. Hassan Piker and his orbiters.
yeah.
A
Dude,
bunch of bad people.
not only that, dude, but he ended up making one of the biggest backstabs in YouTube history, stabbing Ethan Klein in the back.
Yes, I love
Like,
Ethan Klein.
yeah,
Hands down, he's one of my favorite YouTubers. I love Ethan Klein.
yeah.
And yeah,
There's some things about Ethan Klein that he has said on his podcast that made me question him, dude. But everything that he went through with Child Protective Services being called on him and his wife, dude,
hmm,
they did not deserve that at all.
he
iDubbbz,
didn't.
Ethan Klein even said that iDubbbz never came in defense of him immediately or said anything, and he was justifiably, he had every reason to be mad on his podcast. And then what happens? iDubbbz releases that content cop on him, and that to me was his biggest mistake right there. Because Ethan Klein, dude, he tore him apart completely in his responses. Alrighty. Next up is Song of the Year, and God fucking damn it. God fucking damn it. That fucking fuck Bruno Mars won. Along with Rose for APT.
Honestly, out of all of them, I'd probably say either Billie Eilish or Gracie Abrams deserve the win.
Tell me about it. In addition to them, Billie Eilish's Birds of a Feather and Gracie Adam Abrams's I Love You, I'm Sorry. We also had Ordinary by Alex Warren, Die with a Smile by Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars, and Sports Car by Tate McRae. Now,
All right.
obviously, I have listened to them songs mainly because they performed them, or at
Yeah.
least aside from I'd say APT, uh, Birds of a Feather, and Die with a Smile. The other song, or oh yeah, it was Sports Car was the only one, and Sports Car and Ordinary were the only ones that I heard being performed. So all I could say is that even despite being mad about the Song of the Year, I am so happy that Bruno Mars was not in there to do an acceptance speech, because I would not even.
Yep.
If I, no, I mean, dude, it makes me wish that I had premium so that I could fast forward if he was fucking speaking in the microphone.
All right. And then best new artists was Alex Warren. And honestly, this category, I really don't give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, here the one thing is that new artists, dude. I do respect that they have this because it helps them at least feel more embodied to do more in the music industry. But honestly, for me, it should have been Somber that won that award.
Yeah.
either him or Ella Langley. I love Ella Langley also. There was also Gigi Perez, Lola Young, and the Marias.
All right.
Then we got,
best pop artist. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
oh yeah, you just said it for me. It's all good, man. We had Sabrina Carpenter. Honestly, I'm not kind of surprised at that.
Yeah.
I actually am not really surprised. I honestly thought it would be Ariana Grande that would have won that because I know she was already on a roll too with this stuff. Aside from her being nominated, we had Charlie XCX, Justin Bieber, Lorde, Miley Cyrus, and Tate McRae. Now, obviously, I am happy that it wasn't Justin Bieber or Miley Cyrus because they're already cancerous enough to hear in the fucking news as it is.
Oh yeah, I agree.
And I am surprised that Miley Cyrus didn't do a performance and twerk on somebody else's dick. And then, of course,
Miley Cyrus is the type of person that if you fuck her while wearing a condom, you're still gonna get fucking STDs.
Just imagine if she was a WWE wrestler. John Cena would have been like, I shook her hand and she already gave me gonorrhea. No, dude, that was like a promo that he did during a performance, or one of those monologue things back in 2005-06, I believe. But yeah, Charlie XCX, I think, was the one that is known for making probably your most infamous album cover that you cannot stand.
I fucking hate the album cover for Brat. It is so fucking lazy. Fuck Charlie XCX and fuck the album cover for Brat. You know what? Fuck everyone in general. I'm at it.
Oh man. So next up we got Push Performance of the Year presented by Bacardi. Good old Bacardi vodka. Or oh no, Bacardi Gold Rum I meant. I apologize, people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a rum guy, so what the fuck do I care?
What the fuck does it mean by Push Performance of the Year? What the hell does that mean?
I have no idea, bro. I think it's probably maybe what they're known for I think at least doing during live performances, or like, I know it cannot be for music video, obviously. Or it probably might be the one song that was like really doing well in the Billboard charts or whatever kind of thing. I didn't even bother to try and look that up, bro, so.
I didn't either.
Yeah, so. Okay, so it was, oh yeah, these were, I think, live performances or whatever, because I see dates here. All right, the winner was Cat's Eye with Touch, which was performed in January of 2025. We also had Shabuzi's A Bar Song or Tipsy in August 24. Era Star with Last Heartbreak Song, September 24. Mark Amber Belong Together, October 24. Lay Banks Graveyard from November 24. Dasha and Bye 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 from December 24. Jordan Aid Tunji with Kalani on February 25. Leon Thomas, Yes It Is from March 25. Livingston Shadow from April 25. Damiano David with Next Summer from May 25. Gigi Perez and Sailor Song from June 25. And Role Model Sally When the Wine Runs Out from July 25. Okay, so this is probably like, they probably decide what song is like supposed to be like the quote unquote best song of the month, like during a 1 year span. And then they decide or choose who deserves this award or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The only song out of all those that I've listened to was Bar Song, Tipsy by Shabuzi, which honestly I didn't think it was that bad. It was pretty
Yeah,
decent.
I've listened to that one too. I can't remember if I actually even played this song on one of my shows a while back, but yeah. Oh, and it was released on my 30th birthday,
Nice.
April 12th, 2024, which unfortunately is the same day that the American Civil War happened and the day that FDR fucking
Uh-huh.
died. So you think you have it rough with what happened on your birthday, dude? I'm too up on you, so don't get in my face about it.
Yeah, on your birthday, what, Civil War you said?
Yep.
Civil War, FDR died, and worst of all, you were born.
Okay, so next up we got, let me take a look, make sure. Okay, best music album. Sabrina Carpenter, Short and Sweet, won that. Aside from that, we had Debbie Tarar Mas Futos. I might have pronounced that wrong. By
No,
Bad Bunny.
you skipped best pop album.
Let me see. Oh yeah, yeah. I got you, man. My apologies, people. Oh, but you know what? Let's just do best music album and go back to that one later because I'm already in the mood for this one.
Okay.
Aside from that, we had Debbie. All right, it was Sabrina Carpenter, Short and Sweet, who won. The nominees were Debbie Tara Masa Photos by Bad Bunny. I probably pronounced that wrong, and I do apologize. We had GNX by Kendrick Lamar, Mayhem by Lady Gaga, I'm the Problem by Morgan Wallen, and Hurry Up Tomorrow by The Weeknd. Now, for me, I'm torn between four of them. Either it should have been GNX, Mayhem, I'm the Problem, or Hurry Up Tomorrow. But what do you think? Who do you think should have won?
Oh, that's a good question. I haven't listened to The Weeknd at all. I haven't listened to their albums, so I couldn't say their. Honestly, I haven't listened to any of these albums, but based on the artists, I'm assuming the best probably would have been either Lady Gaga or The Weeknd.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. Like for me, I would say it should have been it would have been either mostly GNX or Mayhem for me, honestly. Because I know that Lady Gaga's album Mayhem, and I've been listening to a lot of it, and I felt
Yeah.
it should have been that. And I would have assumed that it would have. I would have honestly assumed that it would have possibly been GNX by Kendrick Lamar, mainly because of just remember the streak that he's on right now.
Okay, then back to best pop
Yep, best pop album. It says best pop, but I'm assuming that would be best pop album or
or song. I don't fucking know. I
yeah.
think it's song.
Yeah, I think it would be best pop song, honestly. Like they don't even say clearly what it's supposed to be,
I
which is fucking
don't.
stupid on here. This is Wikipedia too, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. No, the winner obviously was Ariana Grande with Brighter Days Ahead. The other nominees were Alex Warren and Ordinary, Sapphire by Ed Sheeran, Die with a Smile by Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars, APT by Rose and Bruno Mars, and Manchild by Sabrina Carpenter. This is
Hot take. I don't really like Ed Sheeran.
I like him
He
as
is
a
very
person, but I
generic.
don't like his music.
Yeah, his music is very generic.
Yeah. I like him as a person, dude. He
Got
was
nothing against him as a person, just don't like his music.
yeah. He I was watching the Eminem documentary Stands when you guys were in Valley Fair when I did that solo podcast, and he appeared in it as a quote unquote stan. He's been a huge Eminem fan since 1999, dude, and he said that Eminem was the reason why he got into music as a whole, and even getting a chance to
Okay.
collab with Eminem too on one of Eminem's songs from his album Revival. He said that was probably his greatest moment right there because he idolized Eminem just like how I idolize him and everyone else, all the other stands out there. I would kind of consider myself an official stan since maybe at least 2000. Just saying.
Yeah. Okay.
So next up, we got Best Collaboration presented by Under Armour, which, by the way, I'm wearing right here. Big shout out to Under Armour. Love my Under Armour. And this what the winner was Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars, Die With a Smile. So I'm 0 for 2 against this fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Then next, then aside from them, the other nominees were Bailey Zimmerman and Luke fucking Combs with Backup Plan, Kendrick Lamar and SZA or SZA, I don't know, with the song Luther, and I love Luther. Post Malone and Blake Shelton with Pour Me a Drink, another good song there. Rose and Bruno Mars, APT. Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco's Sunset Boulevard. For me, it should have either been Luther or Pour Me a Drink.
I'd go with Pour Me a Drink.
Like that, I'm torn between those two songs, dude, because I love them songs. Like, not only has Post Malone been really doing good, like even collabing with the right country artists, dude, but I like Blake Shelton too. I just get very fucking annoyed about his marriage to Gwen Stefani.
Mm-hmm.
Even prior to Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani's love story, the most fucking annoying shit I kept seeing all the time on TV.
Oh no. Oh no. I
Don't
just
tell
read
me,
the
is
winner
it
for Best Hip Hop.
got fucking screwed again? He got screwed again, dude. Not only did he get fucking screwed, Kendrick Lamar got fucking screwed too on this.
Best Hip Hop, Doechii does not deserve it. Because I will say this again. I've said it before. I will say it again. Anxiety is such a lazy ass fucking song. They took a solid, good pop song, which is somebody that I used to know by I can't fucking remember who wrote it. Somebody that I used to know
Either
wrote
way,
it.
it's a
But
fucking annoying
no,
song all of its own, dude, because I
yeah,
hate
because
the original and I fucking hate this song too.
I thought the original was okay, but Doechii was a lazy motherfucker. Took music to that, added her own lyrics. Does not deserve rewards for that. That's lazy as shit. You do not deserve rewards for taking someone else's music and putting new vocals on top of it. Fuck that. Fuck Doechii. Honestly, if you
Yeah,
ask me, winner for this one should have been Eminem with Jelly Roll. Somebody save me.
I'll give you my take quick, but before we get into that, I need to read more of this. Doechii by Anxiety won it. The other nominees were Nokia by Drake, Somebody Save Me by Eminem and Jelly Roll, What You Know About Me by Glorilla and Sexy Red, Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar, Murder Graham Doe by LL Cool J and Eminem, and 4x4 by Travis Scott. Now, like I said, dude, like Eminem got fucking screwed. Kendrick Lamar also got fucking screwed here. One of
By a
those songs
lazy
should
ass
have won.
motherfucker.
One of those songs should have fucking won this category. And it's a fucking disgrace that they voted the other way. The main issue that I'm having with this is that Eminem has been getting fucked over by all these award shows all goddamn year, dude. They have been they become a lot more fucking evasive towards Eminem when it came to it. The Grammys fucked him over, the American Music Awards fucked him, and now the MTV VMAs have fucked him over completely.
Yeah, what pissed me off is that Anxiety by Doechii got the fucking win. Fuck that. That is such a lazy song. The only award that that song deserves is laziest motherfucking song of the year. Should not win an award for taking someone else's music and putting new lyrics on top of it.
Either
Fuck
that,
that.
or it should be awarded the greatest crime against humanity since Fast Car by Luke Combs. Just give me a second, quick. Okay, we got a couple more categories that we're gonna do right before we go to break, folks. The next category is Best R&B, and this one comes as no surprise. Mariah Carey, Type Dangerous. What do you think about that one?
I can't really say I didn't listen to it,
Yeah,
but I know I'm not really much of an R&B guy.
yeah. I'm not much these days, but there'll be some things I'll listen to once in a while.
Yeah.
The other nominees include Residuals, done by the infamous Rihanna beater Chris Brown, Mutt remixed by Leon Thomas and Freddie Gibbs, No Chill by Party Next Door, Drive by SZA or SZA, Heart of a Woman by Summer Walker, and Timeless by The Weeknd and Playboy Cardi. Now,
What do you
obviously,
think should have won?
that's the one thing, man. I cannot for the life of me think of who it should have been. It's a very tough one right there, man. I would honestly say like Mariah Carey. I was not entirely surprised at that. I mean, of course, after all, she is one of the biggest stars in the R&B era, or in her respected genre. Alrighty, so next up we got Best Alternative. Somber Back to Friends was who won it, and I will say this, they deserved it. The other nominees were Sailor
Yeah.
Song by Gigi Perez, Wake Up by Imagine Dragons, Messy by Lola Young, Lonely Road by MGK or Machine Gun Kelly, and Jelly Roll, and Back to Me by the Marias.
I know.
This is a good choice right here. I'm very happy with this choice right here.
Yeah.
Imagine
You'd know better
Dragons,
than me. I don't
nothing.
listen to most of this music.
What's that?
You'd know better than me. I haven't listened to most of the music on here.
Yeah. Somber,
I
like I
just
said,
watched the
obviously
I
deserved
just
it.
watched the VMAs on fucking Paramount Plus. Most of the shit wasn't on there, so
Yeah. Like I said, I don't know why if they had to cut out whatever to make room for whatever fucking shit, but obviously, Lola Young, that's another tough one. That was, like I said, she's a good musician, but Somber, I'm very happy with for that one. I'm just glad that it wasn't Imagine Dragons. They fucking annoy me so goddamn much, bro.
Imagine Dragons does.
Yeah. They're probably one of the most fucking annoying bands ever. Their music is way too fucking overplayed.
Never been a fan either, but
Yeah.
you hear me say that about just about everything, you know?
Yeah. Trust me, I know, dude. Dude, if there's one thing that I know about you, dude, you love your prog rock, so. All right, so next up is Best Rock, which is probably the only bright light that I see from all these categories so far. And obviously, I'm very torn, very, very torn with this one here. The winner, of course, was All My Love by Coldplay, the Kiss Cam band, as I like to call them now. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're cheating on your a significant other, maybe do not go to a Coldplay concert. And if you do go to one of them Coldplay concerts, if you are dating them, engaged to them, or married to them, just or if they suspect that you went out with some lady friends who are just friends, just be like, not my wife, not my wife. Heck, dude, I'm sure you saw that one meme that I made, right?
You probably showed it to me and I forgot it. But that was those people who went to that fucking concert and it had the kiss cam, but they were already taken.
They were married to other people.
Some fucking people, dude. Some fucking people.
That was still, oh my god, dude. Dude, the CEO who was in there, dude, his wife ended up making a post response and said, I've already started divorce proceedings because my husband was stupid. He said he was gonna just go to the bar with some of his friends. Or going to another concert or whatever thing, you know? That is like literally the stupidest shit I ever saw, but literally the funniest shit ever. I honestly cannot remember what song they were performing when that kiss cam incident happened, but if it was this song, dude, it would probably make my whole world complete at this point. All right, so aside from that, the other runner-ups were Afterlife by Evanescence, which was from the Netflix series Devil May Cry. I've heard about this show. Oh, it's an adult animated urban fantasy action TV series. I think I'll have to let my sister Brandy know about that. She's a huge anime person.
I like anime, but I'm very, like everything, I'm picky about my anime.
Oh, yeah.
I'm picky about everything, though, so that's not saying much.
Yeah, I got you. Next up, we also had One-Eyed Bastard by Green Day, Honey by Lenny Kravitz, The Emptiness Machine by Linkin Park. That's actually a nice a pick right there for a
I like
nominee.
that title. I like that title.
Right? And then, of course, we have The Contract by 21 Pilots. Okay, so let me quickly break this down for all of you, quick, if I may. So, obviously, One-Eyed Bastard, I've listened to that song, but in my opinion, the one song that should have gotten nominated by Green Day should have been The American Dream Is Killing Me.
Yeah.
That was the exact anthem that we needed during 2024 when we were dealing with all of, you know,
Yep.
which I'd rather not get into right now. So, Honey by Lenny Kravitz, I have not listened to that song, but I know it was on his last album that he released last year. The Emptiness Machine by Linkin Park. It was the one. It was from their newest album that came out last year with their new lead singer Emily Armstrong, and that was a good. I felt it was a good introductory song to her, you know, but it still just feels so awkward, you know, without Chester Bennington. You know. I do love The Emptiness Machine. It's a really good song, you know. And then lastly, we have The Contract by 21 Pilots. I don't listen to a whole lot of 21 Pilots. The only time when I listen to them is Heathens. That's what was from the soundtrack for the movie Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
There's that song, and then another one that I can't remember what the name of it is. But 21 Pilots I do like, but I'm not a huge fan of them, like how I'm a huge fan of Coldplay, Green Day, Lenny Kravitz, and Linkin Park. I do love Evanescence, but after a while, dude, Bring Me Back to Life kind of annoys me after a while. And I used to listen to that song a whole fucking lot.
What do you think deserved the win for that one?
It's a tough one to say, man. It's actually tough because I'm really torn between all of them. But if I would have put my money on it, honestly, dude, I think I honestly would say that it would have been that Coldplay did deserve that win. Because the only thing that tears me apart for Linkin Park is I wasn't unsure. I was fully unsure if the song would do really, really well or not, even though it really did. But remember, Linkin Park did kind of get a little bit of backlash because of Emily Armstrong's support of that one guy from that 90s show, or yeah, that 90s show who is currently serving life in prison for all the sexual assaults and everything that happened.
Yeah.
So yeah, and
All
then
right.
Green Day, American Dream is killing me. That should have been their choice instead.
All right. And then next we have Best Latin, which was won by Soltera by Shakira.
Yep.
Do you have anything to say about Best Latin? Because I don't really know most of these songs, and I
Um,
know if
I honestly
one
thought it
second,
would.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, go right ahead. In the meantime, while he's doing that, ladies and gentlemen, if you're enjoying what you're seeing right here, be sure to subscribe to the Roger Radio Show today. And if you want to see more content from me and Aegis on Levity, subscribe to the Intermission group as well. Oh,
I'm probably gonna take this to school next. Have a great rest of your day.
well, I will say this, ladies and gentlemen, we're doing pretty good so far. I do have plans to record another podcast episode either tomorrow or in 2 days. It's going to be talking about the Americana Awards, presuming if they're going on, because I saw that they were going on this week. So, and obviously we're going to have a busy couple weeks here because in addition to the this episode here and then the Americana Awards, we're also going to be looking to do an album review of Pink Floyd's Wish You Were Here, which I do intend to record next week because I want to talk about that album too. I mean, why not? So,
Sorry, I had to grab something for G Money that I needed to give him.
oh, I got you. A little bit of that. Jamaica man, Cuba, Maui Wowie.
The sticky icky.
Yeah. I don't think, right before we get into this category right here, dude, like, speaking of which, dude, like, one story that I would tell you about Riverfest, dude, is that the drummer for the first headliner, dude, while he was waiting to kill time, while he was waiting for their set, he rolls up a joint, dude. And yeah, dude, that was good kush too. I took one quick hit off that, and that was actually some good kush right there. He grows his own stuff too, and I'm actually looking to figure out how to get the right permits or licensing to do that, because I may consider doing that as a side hustle. I might as well start shaving my head fully bald so that I could channel my inner Heisenberg with that. All right, so Shakira Soltera won Best Latin Song, if I am correct. The other nominees were Bailey Inovidia.
I don't know how the fuck to pronounce that either.
Yeah, I do apologize to Bad Bunny. He's the one who made the song. We also had Rio by J Balvin, Si Antes Te Hubiera Conocido by Carol G, La Patrula by Peso Pluma and Niton Vega, and Que by Raul Alejandro and Romeo Santos. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, that is not the Romeo that took place in that What the Fuck set for the last song we did, or that we watched. Now I can see why you sent me that fucking meme, dude. Now, this is obviously a very tough one right here. I do like some of Shakira's music, but I'm not really into her. I honestly thought it would have been either Bad Bunny or J Balvin, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I honestly thought it would have been one of them. Or even at least Peso Pluma too. Know he's another big name as well. Who did you think would have won?
I don't fucking know. I don't listen to any contemporary Latin music. The only Latin music I listen to is from like, I don't know, like 20s to 40s.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Like classical Latin music. That's the shit I listen to when I
Yeah.
listen to Latin
Here's the
music.
you know what the funny thing is that okay, so Keith Moon, who was the drummer of the Who, he ended up learning one of his drumming techniques from I can't remember if the guy was Latin or not, but there was a drummer who had the same style that Keith Moon would end up emulating to his drumming performance, you know? And yeah, I know what you're
All
talking
right.
about. The only time I listen to like anything that's like Central America kind of stuff, you know, is pretty much Bob Marley, that Jamaican music, and that's it.
Yeah.
And remember, dude,
Then we
my mom and my dad were diehard Bob Marley fans. All right, so we're gonna do one more topic right here, and then we're gonna go to break. This is for best K-pop. I don't even know what the fuck K-pop even is.
Korean pop, South Korean pop music.
Okay, thank you very much, Aegis. Thank you very much. The winner was Born Again by Lisa, featuring Doja Cat and Ray. The other nominees were Whiplash by aespa, Like Jenny by Jenny, Who by Jimin, Earthquake by Jisoo or Yisu. I want to say Yisu for some reason, you know.
Yeah.
Toxic Till the End by Rose, and Boom by Stray Kids. I almost said Stray Cats for this because there is a band called Stray Cats. We're gonna rock this town, rock it inside out.
Oh, I know that
Now,
song.
I honestly can't say much about this category.
I can't either.
I don't know, man. I'm surprised it wasn't Rose. I would honestly say, you know, for that. Um. Okay, dude. So, I say smoke them if you got them or whatever, dude. We are gonna take another break. And ladies and gentlemen, that's the same thing for you. Make yourselves a burrito. Get yourself a can of beer. Have a smoke or whatever. We will be taking a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after these brief messages. There are no messages, so fuck you. Welcome back to the Roger Radio Show, the show that's dedicated to reminding you that with all the award losses that Eminem had, it is the biggest screw job since Pink Floyd getting screwed out of their awards. All right, we are in the final stretch, ladies and gentlemen. We got 15 more categories to go through when we're going to give our final thoughts about all this, and then we're going to fucking end this nightmare. All right, so the first topic or next topic that we're going to start off here is best Afro beats.
It was won by Push to Start by Tyla.
Yep. And then we had the other nominees were Active by Asake and Travis Scott, Ta 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 by Burna Boy and Travis Scott, Shake It to the Max Fly remix by Molly, Silent Addy, Skillabang, and Shensei Sia. Baby Is It a Crime by Rima, Get It Right by Thames and Asake, and Piece of My Heart by WizKid and Brent Fayez. Um, Now this is a tough one right here, man. Because I have not listened to any of these songs right here. We obviously we Tyler, obviously, really good musician. I don't know, man. I really don't. So
Yeah, I really have nothing to say for the Afrobeats music. It's not something I listen to.
yeah, no. I mean, like I say, I try listening to everything. The only time that I listen to anything that's African stuff, like African like music, it's pretty much Graceland by Paul Simon, which we will do an album review of in the near future, ladies and gentlemen, because next year will be the 40-year anniversary, and I do want to review that album for the anniversary. All right, so this next one will be an easier topic for me right here. Not for Aegis, obviously, because you gotta remember, he's a prog rock guy. He ain't much of a country guy, so.
There are a few country songs I like. I'll be honest, but
Oh, okay,
most
I
of it,
got you.
yeah, is
All right, so it was won by Am I Okay? By Megan Maroney. She deserved that. She actually really fucking deserved that. But I am very torn between all of these people because I really like all these people.
mm,
The other nominees were Think I'm in Love with You by Chris Stapleton, I'm Gonna Love You by Cody Johnson and Carrie Underwood, Liar by Jelly Roll, Smile by Morgan Wallen, and 4X4XU by Lainey Wilson. Now, my friend Jim, big shout out to my boy Jim Mowitz, by the way. Hey, he is a huge diehard Lainey Wilson fan, and I've really gone so much into her, man. Like, she is fucking amazing, bro. And like I said, dude, oh my god, dude, I am so torn with this here, man. I am so fucking torn with this because I love Chris Stapleton. Also, dude, I've listened to his music, dude. Cody Johnson, I've really been getting into for over a year now, dude, and he's got some good stuff that I will just play on repeat if I want some country music. Carrie Underwood, obviously, I've been a diehard fan of hers for a very long time, especially with her songs Two Black Cadillacs and Good Girl. I think Two Black Cadillacs, in my opinion, it's her greatest song. Then, of course, Jelly Roll. We cannot forget about fucking Jelly Roll of all goddamn people, man. And then
mm.
we got, of course, Morgan Wallen, dude, and he's really great as well. So I'm just so fucking torn about who should have won, dude.
Oh, you can get a beer.
Here, you can go and take it.
No, you're good. You're good. I'll just put mine in the freezer.
Okay.
Yeah. But what do you got to say about that topic?
I don't know. I can't say I haven't listened to really any of these, but I don't know. I think Jelly Roll seems like a kind of cool dude. So
He is, dude. Here's the one thing. Like, dude, he probably has like one of the most saddest backgrounds, because he was
yeah,
in and out of prison so many times, dude. And dude,
yeah.
like,
I've
and
listened to
even
much of his
after
music,
his
but he
last
just seems
prison,
like a cool guy.
yeah, and even right after his last prison stint, with all the substance and alcohol abuse he had, dude, like, he
Yeah.
rehabbed completely. He rebuilt his life, dude. And look at where he's at now, dude. Like, he's such a sensation, dude. And he should be a good prime example to everyone.
All right. So what the fuck? Next category is video for good. What the fuck does video for good mean?
Oh, I see what it is. It was originally named Best Video with a Message. So I think so I guess it's supposed to be like one of
Oh,
them. I guess it's supposed to be like one of those awards that is supposed to be like the song that sends a direct, strong message to everyone about like certain topics and issues. The
Fucking Doechii again got nominated. Fuck her. Fuck anxiety. Fuck that
No, but
Trash
dude, do you
ass
see who
song.
won? Did you see who won though, dude? The old Charlie XCX with Billie Eilish and Guess, dude. And let me tell you, the only message that Charlie XCX pretty much says is brat.
I do not like Charlie XCX.
You only hate her because of the fucking album cover,
I
dude.
do.
So
I really
shut the
do.
fuck up.
Also, I've listened to some of her music when we were doing that fucking Grammys video,
Oh yeah.
and I thought it kind of sucked.
What about when we did the American Music Awards also? Did you listen then too?
I had already listened to enough, so I didn't listen to it again.
Oh God. Okay, so the next topics, or no, not topics, but the other nominees were Higher by Burna Boy, Anxiety by Doechii, Somebody Save Me by Eminem and Jelly Roll, Younger and Higher Than Me, and Sleepwalking by Zach Hood, featuring the likes of Sasha Alex fucking Sloan. Eminem once again got fucking screwed over. This is the biggest
I was
fucking
gonna
screw
say,
job of
I
any
was gonna
musician
say,
since Pink fucking
Eminem and
Floyd.
Eminem and Jelly Roll deserved that one.
That's what I was saying. It should have been Eminem and Jelly fucking Roll. Like, dude, I'm already starting to hate this fucking video right now. Now, why does Eminem don't get as much fucking exposure or fucking respect from all these award shows anymore? You fucking dumb cunts!
There. Then we got best long form video.
Long form video. I want to see what that means. Um, I think it's supposed to be like a short film kind of thing that goes with a song. I can't remember honestly.
Oh, okay, I see, I see.
Oh yes, yep. It's supposed to be in the form of a film. You know, just like the equivalent of you know how The Wall made the movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
The Deer Hunter did something like that with the Indigo Child.
Yeah. And you said that as soon as they're done with all the acts, they're gonna make a movie, or they're gonna make a movie before the final act, or
Yeah, they're gonna do at least like a short film when they finally release Act 6.
yeah. Otherwise, or unless they decide to do like a film series or whatever, because there is no way they would be able to fit all 6 albums into one whole movie. That would be like how many hours? You know what I
Yeah, it would
mean,
be a
dude?
long. Yeah,
I mean, pretty much though. I was wondering about how they were gonna do it with Pink Floyd's The Wall, you know. But there are 2 songs that were cut from that final cut of the movie. Like, "Hey You" was in there, but they decided to remove it because Roger Waters thought it was too repetitive and violent or whatever. But motherfucker, do you not see the violence that happened in Run Like Hell and Waiting for the Worms? And then, of course, we had the song "The Show Must Go On." It was left out for whatever unknown reason. So, all right, one quick moment. Dude, I really fucked my glasses case here, dude.
yeah.
Like, look at this. I'm gonna fuck it. I'll throw these away. I know where to buy them at. I could just get a new pair, or I probably might get 2 of them. One for my actual glasses when they need them, and then one just if I need to take out my frustrations, like I'm doing with this fucking podcast here. Okay, so the other nominees, or the winner was Brighter Days Ahead by Ariana Grande. The nominees were Debbie Terra Mas Photos by Bad Bunny, Funny Little Stories by Damiano David, Balloonerism by Mac Miller. Ooh, Mac Miller got a posthumous nomination. Okay. Something Beautiful by Miley Cyrus, and then Hurry Up Tomorrow by The Weeknd. Okay, yeah.
What do you think should have won?
That's actually a tough one. I'd say I like The Weekend and Hurry Up Tomorrow. I have not watched that Thriller film that they did for Hurry Up Tomorrow, but honestly, I would say I'd rather prefer The Weekend. But then, of course, dude, it's Ariana Grande, dude. It's Ariana Grande, man. Like her, I don't like her music, dude, but she's a sweetheart, man.
Yeah, she's cute and she seems like a nice person, but her music is definitely not for me.
Yeah. Um. Yep. No doubt about it. I have no idea what the fuck you're doing right there, dude. You just
Oh,
like
fucking
giving me.
no.
It's like you're giving me the signal or something like that, like an
I,
SOS. Beep
I don't know, I'm
beep
just
beep.
gonna start doing that now. I'm just gonna start doing that. I don't know. I like doing it. It feels nice.
Yeah, your thing is gonna be the nose boop. My thing is just gonna be disrespecting Taylor Swift and Beyonce, and we gotta do something. We gotta have G Money do something. We'll talk to him off camera about it, but right now he
Probably
does
committing
need some.
mass genocide.
Yeah, no, I ain't about that purging shit, man. I ain't. We ain't. This ain't the fucking purge, son. Alrighty, so the next up we got is best group, which would be, like group or bands or, whatever kind of thing. The winner of that was Blackpink. The other nominees were aespa, All Time Low, Backstreet Boys, Coldplay, Evanescence, Fuerza Regida, Grupo Frontera, Imagine Dragons, Jonas Brothers, Cat's Eye, My Chemical Romance, 17, Stray Kids, The Marias, and 21 Pilots. I'm torn between a few of these groups. So, the groups that I mostly listen to, obviously, is All Time Low, Backstreet Boys, Coldplay, Evanescence, Jonas Brothers. I've listened to a little bit of them. My Chemical Romance, and 21 Pilots. I honestly would have said either Backstreet Boys or Coldplay, in my honest opinion. Hell, I'm surprised the Jonas Brothers didn't even get that. They're usually like one of them really popular groups and all that. They're supposed to be like, one of them I'm trying to think. Them pop groups, like NSYNC and Backstreet Boys in the early 2000s,
Yeah.
but that whole trend was what it
So,
was.
out of all those groups, I'd say I know I'm not a big fan of most of them. The one I don't like the least is probably 21 Pilots.
Yeah. Like I said, the only time I listen to 21 Pilots is Heathens, which is on the Suicide Squad soundtrack. And it was obviously one of my main soundtrack songs when I was going to college at Masabi Range my first year. And then one other song, but I can't remember what it is, but it's from one of their earlier EPs. Now, this is going to be the last song for the official voted categories before we get to professional. The last category is Song of Summer, which is probably the song that you're listening to like throughout the summer or whatnot. I had like a few shares of my own, obviously. It was Just Keep Watching by Tate McRae. I have no idea if she was making a reference to Watch Me bang one of these guys who I was dancing with or watch me have a mandingo party. I don't fucking know. The other nominees were Headphones On. I like that name. I like the name of that song. It was done by Addison Rae. Ordinary by Alex Warren. Fuck him. Mystical Magical by Benson Boone. Now, Benson Boone I haven't listened to in a long while. All the Way by Big X The Plug featuring Bailey Zimmerman. The Subway by Chappelle Roan. I obviously have played Chappelle Roan a few times on my shows. Then we have Fast by Demi Lovato. Jealous Type by Doja Cat. Golden by Hunter slash X. EJ, Audrey Nuna, and Ray Ami. Blue Strips by Jesse Murph. Daisies by Justin Bieber. Fuck that cunt. Shake It to the Max, Fly remix by Molly, Silent Addy, Skillabang, and Shenzia. What I Want by Morgan Wallen and Tate McRae. Love Me Not by Raven Lene and Rex Orange County. Man Child by Sabrina Carpenter. And 12 to 12 by Somber. Me, it should have been 12 to 12 by Somber, who should have won that.
Yep.
Either that. For me, yeah, I would. My vote is definitely mostly for 12 to 12 by Somber. But the other choice that I would have picked, honestly, would have been What I Want by Morgan Wallen and Tate McRae. I was hearing G Money in the background. I was like, I don't know if he's listening to it and giving his thoughts. Alrighty, so we are now moving on to the professional categories. The winners of the following categories were chosen by industry professionals, and I think this is mostly all the behind the scenes stuff, you know, like the directing of the music videos and all that shit. So, the best direction was Lady Gaga's Abracadabra. Directors were Lady Gaga, Bethany Vargas, and Paris Gobel. The nominees
I think it's pronounced Gerbil.
I don't see an R in it. What are you talking about?
It's a German thing. I don't know. I could be wrong.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, so the other nominees were Brighter Days Ahead by Ariana Grande. Director was Christian Breslauer. I hope, or Breslauer, if it's how it sounds. There was also guests by Charlie XCX and Billie Eilish. Eyelash. Director was Aiden Zamiri. Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar. The directors were Dave Free and Kendrick Lamar. APT by Rose and Bruno Mars. Directors were Bruno Mars and Danielle Ramos. Manchild by Sabrina Carpenter. Directors were Vania Heyman and Gal Mujia. I would say Not Like Us. I'm putting all my chips in the middle of the table. Not Like Us should have won that one. Because I've watched the music video, dude, and yeah.
Yeah, if not that one, I think I'd go with Abracadabra.
Yeah. No, I did watch I did watch Abracadabra. That was pretty good too, you know. No, but like I said, dude, remember, dude, I'm a KL guy, dude. KL for life, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know. No, I'm sure you're happy though that it wasn't the brat herself that won that.
Yup.
Oh man. All right.
I'm never gonna get over that fucking album cover. That is so fucking lazy.
Good. That's gonna be engraved into your brain for the rest of your life, dude. And you know what? You know what? If you ever go before me, just as a little troll, dude, I'm just gonna get a CD copy and just put it right there by right there, right by your body in the coffin as they lower it down. I guarantee you, I'm gonna see a silhouette of you with your top hat, like you know, like. Not showing your actual self, but like a silhouette shadow of you right there, just haunting me for eternity if I do that. And then, of course, I'll be hearing, but instead you would have a Frank Zappa-esque voice.
It's me.
Yeah. Oh, and just remember, I'm reading off these cue cards. Oh, man.
Right, then we got Best Art Direction.
Yep. The winner was Abracadabra by Lady Gaga. Congratulations to her. And the art director was Wesley Goodrich. You know what? I don't know what it is, but I like the name Wesley.
Wesley is a cool name. Good old Wes.
Yeah. There was a Hill City alumni from my old alma mater that had that name from the 70s, and I thought it was a pretty cool name, you know. The other nominees were the Brat herself, Charlie XCX, and Billie Eilish for guests. The art director was Daniel Lane. Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar. Art director was Freya Bardell, or just Freya. Man of the Year by Lord. The art directors were Chad Keith and Jenny Lass. End of the World by Miley Cyrus. Art director was David Meyer. Rose and Bruno Mars's APT. The art director was Elizabeth Puckstow. Like I said, dude, I'm torn for this one. It's just like with the best direction thing. I like Abracadabra, you know, but you know how I am with my Kendrick Lamar, man.
Yep. Well, you're gonna like best cinematography.
Yep, I see it, dude. He finally won something, man. Give it a round of applause. Best cinematography, Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar. The director of photography was Xiaolong Liu or Lo. I hope I pronounced that right. Otherwise, if I didn't, my apologies, people. I am fucking bad with this stuff. The other nominees were Brighter Days Ahead by Ariana Grande. Director of photography was Jeff Cronenweth, or Cronenweth, or I don't know. Sapphire by Ed Sheeran. Director of photography was Nick Mins. Abracadabra by Lady Gaga. Director of photography was, the same person that did Not Like Us, Xiaolong Liu. Easy Lover by Miley Cyrus, more like Easy Fuck. Director of photography was Benoit Debbie. Manchild by Sabrina Carpenter. Director of photography was Chris Ripley. Now, like I said, dude, I'm happy with this one. I'm very happy with my boy Kendrick Lamar, dude. He is on a roll, sir. Yes, sir. He's on a roll. Another W in the war against Drake.
Yeah, I would say for that category, either Kendrick or Lady Gaga could have won that, and I'd been happy.
I think honestly, dude, for the best cinematography thing, if it was Miley Cyrus, dude, I wouldn't have been surprised if it was cinematography of her fucking twerking on someone else's cock, you know. Alrighty. Next up, we have is best editing. Like who is the chief editor for like the music videos and shit.
All right, you list these up. I'm gonna go pee.
Yeah, you go ahead. Otherwise, I'll just wait till you come back. Fuck it. So, ladies and gentlemen, obviously, if you're liking what you're seeing, subscribe right now to the Roger Radio Show. And if you want to see more content from us, go subscribe to the Intermission group as well. The link to that channel is in the description below. And right now, we're just trying to figure out some really dumbass shit to do next on that channel. It has been kind of a little slow over there a lot lately, ladies and gentlemen, but like with me doing all my stuff on the radio and then doing this podcast here and trying to keep this channel going, man, I just have to try and find a way to make some time. So,
all right, I'm back.
All righty, dude. I don't want to look at that reel either. I was on Facebook and I'm just like, yeah, I don't want to see this on my feed. I don't want to see this on my feed. Fuck you, 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 fuck you. Okay, so next up, best editing. The winner was Just Keep Watching by Tate McRae. The editors were William Town and Modern Post. I think Just Keep Watching, I think it's in a reference with Just Keep Watching My Mandingo Party while everyone's linking up. The next one is Guess by The Brat, Charlie XCX, and Billie Eilish. Editor was Neil Farmer. Sapphire by Ed Sheeran. Editor was Liam Pethick. Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar. The editors were Chad Smedley and Eddie Streetpost. That's a pretty cool name right there. We also had Abracadabra by Lady Gaga. The editor was Sophia Kirpan. And finally, Manchild by Sabrina Carpenter. The editors were Vania Heyman, Gal Mugia, and Nick Rondo. Obviously, I don't know. I'd say Not Like Us or Abracadabra, just like with the other categories.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Aegis.levity.dxe has checked out.
No, I'm just reading the nominees and
Oh yeah.
winners on my phone.
No, I don't know, dude. You're just there and you're just like, God, will this
Oh,
end, please?
oh,
Ah, yes!
oh,
Yes! Best choreography, Dochi Anxiety. The choreographer was Robbie Blue.
oh. I got two words for you, Dochi. Two words. And those words are fuck and you.
And
That's all I
the
got to
three
say.
other words would
Fuck
be,
you.
yeah, the other three words would be eat, a, and dick.
See, Dochi, I'm gonna put it this way. Some of us put a lot of hard work and effort into our music. Some of us do. You don't. You don't deserve awards for being a lazy motherfucker. Us people who actually put a lot of hard work and effort, sweat and tears into our music, we're the people who deserve recognition. You don't, because you are one lazy motherfucker. Fuck you, and good night.
And Aegis Don Levity has left the house. uh, all right, you got it out of your system?
Yeah, I got it out of
Okay.
my system.
All right, so the other nominees were You Sexua, if I pronounced it horribly, by FKA Twigs. The choreographer was Zoe Tatopoulos. Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar. Choreographer was Charm LaDonna. I don't know why, but that just looks clever. Abracadabra by Lady Gaga. The choreographer was Paris Yobel. Gebel. I think it's Gebel. Push to Start by Tyla. The choreographer is Lishay Janecki. And then Pretty Ugly by Zara Larson. The choreographer was Zoe Tatopoulos, the same person that did FKA Twigs' shit. I'm not even going to try to repeat that anymore. Not Like Us or Abracadabra again. And folks, I already told you my takes about them, so let's just move on. The last professional category is Best Visual Effects. Now, this visual effects, when you're doing your music or music videos, you gotta have visual effects because it makes it perfect, right?
Yeah.
The winner was obviously Man-Child by Sabrina Carpenter. The visual effects people were Vania Heyman and Tal Bautuch. The nominees were Brighter Days Ahead by Ariana Grande. Visual effects were done by Mathematic. What the fuck? Is this Wikipedia trolling me? Is this a troll here? What?
This bitch named their child Mathematic. No, it's obviously like a stage name, Mathematic.
That would be like the equivalent of if I was another singer in your band that you were going to start, dude, if I just named myself English. Or Science. What the fuck is this bullshit?
Yo, my name is Social Studies.
Hi, my name is Psychology. My name is sociology. My name is gymnasium. My name is history. My name is Spanish.
All right, then we got Lady Gaga with Abracadabra.
Visual effects were done by Yeep Crew.
What
I
the
wanted to say
fuck is Yeep
Yeet.
Crew?
Just
Yeep
Yeet
Crew.
Crew. We do Yeet Crew instead. And
Yeah.
then there was also Yura Karich and Igor Yeeth. I think that's how it is.
I
And then
don't
we
know.
also had APT by Rose and Bruno Mars. Visual effects were done by Maximilian Raphael Alster. Odster. I think it's Oster because the
Oyster.
J looks like it's gotta be silent. So, man, people are probably gonna say that we are racist because we couldn't pronounce these. Hey, folks, we are trying, literally. Okay, we are trying.
Yeah.
But remember, I didn't take any of these other speaking language classes in high school or college. I only know English and a tiny bit of German, but certain words only. We also had Just Keep Watching by Tate McRae. More like Just Keep Watching Me Have a Mandingo Party. Visual effects were done by Danielle Saldivar and White Rhino VFX. I am very surprised they didn't try making that into a porno. And then finally we had Hurry Up Tomorrow by The Weeknd. Visual effects were done by Zeke Faust. Either Abracadabra or Hurry Up Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I'll have to agree with you. All right, and then we got some special awards.
Yeah, we do. Oh, I thought there was. I thought I was hearing a vacuum outside my apartment room, but I was like, no,
I
that's
think that
just
was
a
an
plane either
airplane.
taking off or coming in. We
Yeah.
do live by an airport, by the way. Beats the hell out of living by a railroad. You know what I'm saying, son?
Yep. Yep.
All right, so next up we have the special awards. The recipients of the Rock the Bells Visionary and Latin Icon Awards were announced on August 18th. The recipient of the Video Vanguard was announced on August 21st. Now these are merits given to musicians and everyone else who made huge impacts in the music industry. The winner of the Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Award was presented to Mariah Carey. And this was her first ever VMA award and an honor of high importance. And Mariah Carey, in my opinion, did deserve it. With all the stuff that she has done over the past like 3 decades that she's been doing this, man, she really did deserve it. And even then, to have an award that's named after the king of pop himself, Michael Jackson, I'm not surprised, honestly, because this is given to, like, those who are mostly in the pop scene and all that. Mariah Carey, I think, is often called as the queen of pop, if I am. Oh, no, she's dubbed the Songbird Supreme. I think the queen of pop would be Madonna, but Mariah Carey is the Songbird Supreme. And obviously, she deserves this merit, no doubt about it. Next up is the Rock the Bells Visionary Award, presented to Busta fucking Rhymes.
Deserved.
What's that?
I said it was deserved.
Right?
His performance was fucking incredible.
Right? I know I've listened to a few of his stuff, man, and dude, he still has it in him. He's gotta be like in his early to mid 50s, but he's still fucking got it in him. Yeah, like I said, dude, I don't know how really often he does music or anything like that, but he deserves it as well. And last but not least, the Latin Icon Award, and this is the first time they are doing an award like this at the VMAs, and it is presented to Ricky fucking Martin. He deserved it too.
Yep.
And even then, with all of his versatility and how his music is done, dude, like, he is a really huge name in the music industry, especially in the Latin community, man. And very charismatic. I will say that. Very charismatic about his stuff. Alrighty, so ladies and gentlemen, we have finally reached the end of the review for the MTV Video Music Awards. What do I have to say about it? There were some good performances, some bad performances. There were some good nominees and good choices. Very controversial shit at the same time. And this is now another award ceremony who I am never gonna forgive for fucking screwing Eminem.
And I'm never gonna forgive them for fucking Doechii and her fucking piece of shit song Anxiety.
What about giving nominees to Brat?
Compared to Anxiety by Doechii, that's fine. But fucking Anxiety by Doechii winning the fucking hip hop, whatever the fuck, that should be taken seriously, like fucking Benjamin Netanyahu's war crimes against fucking Palestine.
Yeah. But yeah, let's not talk about that or get into it right now. But I know what you mean.
Doechii should be charged for war crimes
Against music.
Yes, yes,
No, more like crimes against music humanity or whatever, you know.
yeah, yes. Crimes against humanity. Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for listening to this podcast. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you, and as much as Aegis enjoys bringing it to you also. And if you want to continue to support what we are doing right here on this channel, subscribe today, ring the bell to be notified when we upload, and hit that like button, man. And also, if you want to see more content from us, subscribe to the Intermission group. The link to that channel will be in the description below. And Aegis, anything else you want to say before we sign off?
No, I've said all I got to say.
Alrighty. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening in and tuning in. And as always, until next time, ta-ta for now!
Peace.